we have both the captains in the center with the match referee.
Tails is the call, and tails it is. It's a good toss to win. They really need to make most of the conditions now. These are the playing 11 for the respective teams.
Ladies and gents.
And it's a test match.
In comes the field. Here come the openers.
Pace bowler into the attack.
Batsman getting into position to face the first ball of the innings.
Hit straight to the fielder.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Couldn't find the gap, and the fielder stops it easily.
There is a fielder at cover.
Tapped back to the bowler.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
He has hit that straight to the fielder.
It will be interesting to see where the bowler will test the batsman with the short one.
Tapped back to the bowler. Good length, and the batsman lets it go to the keeper.
Spinner into the action from the other end. Batsman getting ready to face his first ball.
Tapped back to the bowler.
There is a fielder at cover.
The fielder collects that one, hits straight to the fielder.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Hit straight to the fielder.
चलो चलो लड़कों, एक विकेट की बात है।
Left that on a length. Tapped back to the bowler. Couldn't find the gap, and the fielder stops it easily.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
He has hit that straight to the fielder.
There is a fielder at cover.
Tapped back to the bowler. What do you think about new teams like Afghanistan getting test status?
I think it's great for them. Small countries playing more and more cricket. Obviously, at this point in time, they're suited more for the shorter format. They've done well in recent short formats. They've got some radical players. They've got good spin bowlers, which I think takes their team to another level. But their recent performance in the longer format, not too impressive.
Played that really well and it found the gap all the way to the boundary.
So coming back to our conversation, Ireland got test status recently, and they were quite impressive against Pakistan. I think they've got great potential. They played in their hometown in Belfast, and they did quite well. They almost won the match at some point. Looking back, you had Bangladesh. When they started, they were on the same levels. Today, they're a force to contend with. I think it's really good for this start participating and start showing their abilities on the biggest stage.
But do you think that they should be playing the stronger teams like India and Australia rather than weaker teams like West Indies and Zimbabwe?
It's interesting that you say West Indies being a smaller country, because if you look at a couple of generations ago, West Indies was a strength, was a power, with a team everybody feared, with their big, tall, fast bowlers and their calypso-style batting. But I guess this is how cricket evolves over a period of time. You see teams that have been the most powerful and elite today struggling for dominance. And with regard to your question about whether they should start with teams who are right on the top of their cricket, I think that's the whole point of Test cricket. And I think
Well, the batsman made a mistake. He gotta go back to the pavilion.
he is taking the long walk back to the pavilion.
He missed the line completely there and lost his stumps in the process.
Going back to what I was saying, it'll only show these smaller teams coming in how cricket is meant to be played at the highest level, and it's something they wouldn't normally see at their domestic circuits.
There is a fielder at cover.
He has defended that really well. Great defensive techniques shown by the batsman.
The fielder collects Salmon, hits straight to the fielder.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Hit straight to the fielder.
There is a fielder at cover. Strokes it into the gap for a single. The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Tapped back to the bowler. Tapped back to the bowler. Any young children, this is how a defensive shot needs to be played. This is what Test match is all about. Great bowling, great defensive technique. Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily.
There is a fielder at cover.
Tapped back to the bowler.
The bowler is bowling from his favorite end. He has found the gap. That is a boundary.
Outstanding shot. It's a bigger boundary there.
It is showtime. Crowd going mad here.
He has hit that straight to the fielder.
इधर से ज्यादा अच्छा है अंदर वाला
Tapped back to the bowler. Tapped back to the bowler. Tapped back to the bowler.
The bowler will have to be extra careful of the line he bowls to this field.
Right.
The fielder collects that one, hits straight to the fielder.
There is a fielder at cover.
Hit straight to the fielder. The toss seems to play a big part in the outcome of the game. There is a huge change in approach on winning the toss, with the ball turning square in Asian conditions and swinging more in countries like England and South Africa.
I think if you're playing in the subcontinent or on flat pitches, it's a no-brainer. You should be batting first, putting a big target on the board, get the opposition in, put pressure on them, and make them bat on the final day. The ball will turn, and you will have the highest chance of getting them all out. if you're playing in England where it's overcast, you might want to consider putting them in, make use of the conditions early on, get the ball to swing, get a few batsmen nicked off. But other than that, win the toss, bat first. That's what I would think.
Interesting, you mentioned that considering there was a discussion whether visiting teams should be given a choice to bat or ball without any toss.
That was a quick single. Nice running between the wickets.
And as I was saying, I'm not in favor of all of that. Cricket should be played the way it is played. Teams that are playing at the highest level should be accomplished enough to be put in either to bat or to bowl and to face the music regardless of where they're playing.
There is a fielder at cover. Nudges it for a single. The bowler is bowling from his favorite end.
Couldn't find the gap and the fielder stops it easily. Tapped back to the bowler. He has hit that straight to the fielder.
Splendid shot, and it flies to the boundary for 4.